I go again. Oh my. How can I resist you? Paranoia, here I go again. Oh my, how can I resist you? So you need to talk. All right, speak to me, my child. What is it that is troubling you? Well, worry and concern, and more worry, more concern, and more worry, more concern. Worried about this, worried about that, concerned about this, concerned about that, and more worry and more concern, and then more worry and more concern about this and that and the other, and then also a little shame and a little guilty, and then more worry and more concern, yes, and then more worried and more concern, and then more worry. So yes, it looks like you might be feeling worried and concerned. Is that what I'm hearing? Yes, that's yes, is exactly that. And then do you see that scene on that was seems so real, and worry and concern is not even real life. But they made it so real that my brain think it's real. Yes, so worry and concern. Yes. So it looks like you're having some worries and concerns. Is that right? Yes, that is exactly right. All right. I'm glad we got that. Write it down. Write it down. Okay, anything else? No. Actually, no. I'm actually fine now. Well, it just looks like you had a moment where your brain, your body had to do a little catching up, because there was stuff that you haven't quite processed it yet, and there was so much accumulated that all of a sudden became overbearing, and possibility of overload. So when we are conscious and aware, we can process our stuff and manage it, and then tell our brain to just that's a swear word. But then when we decide to ignore our feelings, not to process them, and then just binged on an activity to put a lid on so we don't think of. But in the minute we stop that activity, then the whole thing comes back. It's all there, even worse, even more, plus the stuff we observe from the stuff we've been watching. Yes, so for a moment your brain just went into, oh, what shall I do about this? What shall I do about that? What shall I do about the other? And then overload, warning. Yes, but now that you've processed it, and you seem to be okay with it. What I was going to say as well is that, yes, you can acknowledge and then just say, okay, brain of mind. Brain of mind! Yes, there are some concerns and worries, and I am going to choose to put them to one side into the to-do list. Another time, another day, another dollar, and choose to eat my yogurt, brush my teeth, have my shower, look at the moon and go to bed. Take a couple of deep breaths and go to bed. And I will decide what to do about my worries, when I am feeling more rested. Okay, okay. Yes, so where are we going with this? We just needed a little moment to talk it through. Now back to you. All right, my friends. This is just a little silliness to highlight or to remind us that sometimes we feel extremely overwhelmed with emotions all of a sudden, especially at night time, and we don't quite know what to do with it. It might even seem like we're feeling paranoid with so much worry, and it might make us uncomfortable to do anything that is rational and might make us freeze. And when we question it, I mean, I chose to be silly about it and play with it, but still in an attempt to get curious and see what is there. And sometimes we might find that we have a few worries that come up all at once, and we are tired. We might not see that piling up, and then we have this very intense feeling of worry and concern, which is a little bit anxiety. So once we acknowledge what is it that our brain is trying to communicate to us, and label it, describe it, then putting light on it, it seems to take some of the sting and minimize the intensity, and we feel more empowered to decide it's no longer this big, heavy, unknown thing. We can pinpoint, oh, that makes sense. Yes, brain went concerned and worried about this and about that and about the other. And then we can distinguish what is imminent, not imminent, what we can do today, what we can do another day when we feel rested. Try that if you're feeling overwhelmed with worries or very anxious before bedtime or when you're very tired. Just question your brain, what is it? And it can come about when we just distract ourselves for a couple of hours watching something else, because the brain is processing. And if you tend to be very sensitive to information, even if it's not real, the brain is processing as if it was real. I can't watch scary stuff because my brain thinks it's real, because it looks so real to me and I feel as if it's real, and that could be anything. So I know it's not real, but I still feel as if it was real. Okay, so I can't watch anything too scary or too dramatic or too traumatic. And it's a little bit annoying because I might be interested and look at something from the creative point of view, like some series, but then afterwards, when I'm tired, I'm feeling all those emotions that don't even belong to me. Blah. Anyway, just gaining some control of ourselves. Do the playful thing of questioning. Good luck with that. Love. Big hug. One way of calming some anxious thoughts as well is to go outside and connect with nature, or connect with the night. It's easier than when we're outside. We're outside with cool, fresh air. But the most effective is to actually ask the questions, acknowledge what is that I'm feeling and why, and just start looking at it from a rational point of view, recognizing, describing, labeling. Good luck. So start is late. It's actually well 10 to 11, but I haven't had my shower. No, it is late. And when I plan an early night and have a late night, I start getting very worried and concerned and anxious about how I'm going to feel the following day. So I'm creating extra unnecessary worry. And also feeling that I'm failing because I plan to have an early night, and then there's several days in a row that I'm giving in to my I'm giving in to my willpower. It's non-existent, but it is existent. It's just simply want to fulfill a need to watch something interesting, or to do something fun, or to have fun. Yes, something is grabbing my attention and is being more powerful than my willpower, and I like to be in control. So see what the reason is for you. What is it that's worrying you? What is it concerning? And even better than speaking out loud or speaking, it would be to write it down. Write all the worries down in a bit of paper. And then it's out of the mind. You know you're not going to forget. Then the following day, after having some rest, you can look at it and rationally decide whether to tackle those things that need addressing. And then you can decide what no longer needs looking at, that you can delete. But for now, we're managing those overwhelming emotions. Either speak it out loud, quietly to yourself, or writing it down. Just 2 tips, see if that works. Bye for now. Oh, goodbye. I've got an itch on my head.